この感触、この匂い。ハンバーガーがドリンクポテト付きで出てきた。
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So this week we're just going to be playing some more Yamato. It is pre-release week, so there isn't a lot of like news for in-person stuff. So I just wanted to play what I'm getting ready for in physical. So hopefully I'll be able to pick up over the course of the next week all the cards I need for this deck. And we'll be able to play it starting the following week. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the Yamato content. There's going to be a lot to come, and without further ado, let's hop into some games. Alright, so first up we have a VV, which I haven't seen one of these in a while. They've opted to go second. I am on a mulligan. Yeah, here we have a Searcher here. I think this will work out nicely for us. With the Searcher, we don't need the other things, so let's go ahead and grab the Momo and pass the turn here. I haven't tried this Otama. I switched up lists to one that had won a flagship in Japan, just to test it out. Main differences is they weren't running any of the fiddly blockers, which I can respect. And they were running a full play set of ground deaths and 2 extra 2Ks, running the Sanjis as other extra cards you can discard to Robin. So here, looks like we're just going to keep digging because we haven't found a Yamato yet. This is going to be a big help for that. We're on 4 cards in trash. Let's just go with a 7 here, and then we'll pass the turn. Opponent's going to probably amass a pretty big hand. That's usually what VV does. 5 we will take. Again, still looking for the Yamato. We even have one more turn to kind of churn through stuff to find it. And actually, Kinemon's a really good pickup here. Unfortunately, let's see if we can... Yeah, here we do find the Yamato, so that means that we don't have to use this Nami to keep going, and we can swing a 6 to get over this chopper. It probably would have been correct to swing the 6 anyways, because you are... 5s are free, essentially. So, it'll be good here to kind of get around that. I think this is definitely a matchup where the unblockable one is going to be the better of the two. Especially because we only have the 1, so we can leave it in the trash and play it out with the chains. Here, I think it's correct to counter, because they're probably going to play out something that's going to come swinging in anyways. Oh, and they don't. So let's do 6K. We're just gonna do some 6s here. And then we'll do another 6K here. And then we'll do our Yamato, getting back the unblockable. For discards here, we're probably gonna get rid of the Nami, or one of our events. On our next turn, we will be on 9 Dawn, which 7, 8, and actually we can use one of our events here. So that might be correct to hold on to the event and get rid of the Nami instead. So we play out Yamato. We're going to trash the Nami. Then we're going to trash this, grabbing the unblockable one, and swinging an 8 into our opponent. They might have the 4K event here. Yeah, I kind of expected the 4K event with the 1 up. But then we will pass it back to our opponent. Not really expecting Kinemon to survive here. But if he does, that would be convenient. We have access to 4 2Ks. Yeah, really. -2 is not enough to get rid of him realistically. Let's see what how they want to play it though. Oh, this, yeah, this, they don't know how this deck works particularly, I don't think. Very nicely for us. Alright, we need to do 2 6s here. 6. And we even draw the Yamato to help us save the event. And finally, with 7 left, play another one of these. Pitch Kinemon because he doesn't have counter. Get back the other one now, which we can get back one of our Yamatos, and not going to play anything out, and swing another 8 here. And then we pass the turn. Alright, so let's see how our opponent plays it. They, in theory, could have enough cards to counter, so I do need to think about it on our following turn, but it would be unlikely that they have it. With 7 cards, that's plus 14, putting them to 19. The Shanks, again, not going to make too big of a deal here. We do get to just start doing our counter that we've kind of been sitting on for the whole game. No block, give 2K. Then we'll give 2 2Ks. Oh, I should have given an event there. -2. And a 12. We'll just take it. So if our opponent has 7 2Ks, if they have 6 2Ks, that puts them up to 17. So they have to have literally all 2Ks here to get around this. If they do have 7 2Ks, then, well, they've got us, but chances are not great that they have 7 2Ks. Yep, and then we do get there. So let's hop into the next game. Our next game here we have up against Green Blue Luffy. So this is a new interesting matchup. I'm going to go second here. And this looks playable, so I'm going to keep it. We're looking for the Yamato, and unfortunately we don't have the Nami to search for it more directly. But I think the Robin will be useful for us. If we can find Kinemon, that also smooths it out. But playing out the Robin also does give us something to swing into their smaller bodies. This is definitely a bit of a race matchup, so we definitely want to hold on to as much counter as we can. Robin pitch the one without counter, and then we can pass here. We did find the Kinemon, who should help us find our Yamato that we need. If we miss on Yamato, we are probably in trouble. But that is the way the game goes. 2 Luffy's here. Our opponent keeping a very healthy hand. The fact that they're both Luffy's does help us a little bit. The event is a little bit less threatening with the 2 of them, so we'll have to keep that in mind. A 5K here. I'm actually going to counter because it's useful to stay healthy in this match. And 5Ks that you can preserve life are pretty useful, especially because I was planning on getting that Yamato in the trash anyways, at some point. Let's see how our opponent plays this though. Alright, so let's see if we hit our Yamato, and we do. And then we'll just swing a 5 here at our opponent, and then we'll pass the turn. our turns are much simpler than theirs on average. They only get complicated when we have to pick between Yamatos or the event. So we'll expect our opponent to be doing more than us for a good chunk here. Right now they only have 3 distinct names, which is important to keep track of for Goofy. And then Bentham will definitely go at Bentham's here. A 6 here I'm going to counter because the 7 is likely the next swing. So we'll give up one of our Otamas for this. And we will... so they don't. Are they going to go 3, 4, 5? We'll end up taking this one, I guess. We have to take eventually. We can't just let our opponent starve us too hard in that sense. We can't starve ourselves, I should say. Because that can definitely be an outcome that happens if you are not careful. You can be my samurai. That's an interesting one that I haven't seen yet. Let's do this quick one now. And I think it actually might be correct. If we have the opportunity to clear all 3 of these, it might be correct to do that. Because we can use the Yamato to keep pressure up on their life. So we'll pitch the one with no counter, and we will go ahead and get it back. You grabbing the Yamato, and do we play anything out? We do not have anything worth playing out right now, so we're just gonna do an 8K swing here, and then we'll pass. All in all, a successful turn. I think putting them back from the event. The event is really threatening if they can pull it off. And our opponent is still perfectly capable of pulling it off, probably. It's just a matter of what they have in their 11 cards. For it to, yeah, we let Robins go every time. Buggy into prisoner impel down. This does generate extra bodies for them. It might be worth this 4K against either one. It's let's see, 5K here. I'm gonna give this Momo. This Bon Clay is gonna be bigger. So if they want to swing at one of our larger bodies, I do want to stay healthy here. Galdino can't attack. Okay, that's fine. That's part of the reason why you want to make sure you get back the Yamatos. And we are at this point setting up for a Momo Shinobu on our next turn. For this turn though, we're just going to end up playing out this Yamato again, leaving us with 2 extra Dawn. In the case of 2 extra Dawn, let's swing a 6 at Ivan. Again, we just want to make it complicated for them to get all of the names. I'd have to do some thinking, but I think that there's probably specific names that are worth attacking, and other ones that you just kind of assume that they're going to get. Like in Prisoners of Impel Down is probably not one that you need to attack because they'll just get it back with a buggy. And then here, it's this. Here is actually a situation where we need to get back this Yamato under the assumption that we're going to play out Momo and Shinobu on next turn. I guess let's double check to make sure we don't have a second. Yeah, we don't have a second 6-cost Yamato, so we need to leave it in the trash for the Momo combo next turn. And our opponent is just taking their 11 cards, 12 cards. Wow. They haven't played out their Boa yet. The Boa is usually one of their key cards do they want to play on their go turn. And the fact that they haven't played one out yet is a pretty positive for us. Speak of the devil. Again, with the 5Ks, it's usually correct to try to guard out of some of these early vibes. We will probably take some of these hits now. Just a couple. Because we do need cards. Let's see how they play this. They're going to go 7. There's the Luffy. Alright, so they have all of the things. I wasn't paying attention to their searches. It's usually an important thing to know whether or not the swings are a threat here. A 6K here. We have access to the extra 2Ks, so I am going to use an extra 2K here. I'm going to give up Sanji. Oh, they play down over the Bon Clay. Okay. One less thing for us to swing at. I think that means we just go at face. So we can do, let's see, Momo plus Shinobu is 7. That leaves us with 3 Dawn left. We can do 1 on lead to get over this. That leaves 2 left. We want 1 event and maybe 1 extra swing with 1 extra on a Yamato. So let's go with a 6 first. Let's make both of these 2 card. And then an 8 here. I imagine they might block here. Okay, so they take here. Momonosuke, Shinobu, use card action. Momonosuke for Momonosuke. Momonosuke for Yamato. Yamato, pitch Kinemon. We should have saved the extra 1 for this Yamato. Let's see if they sniff it out, the fact that I am not attaching here, and if they use this blocker. They moved past the 1 step, so they did not detect that. Now we can grab the unblockable one and swing an 8 unblockable. Alright. Now we're going to pass turn here. 3 life, an event, and 1, 2, 3 2Ks and a 1K. I think we're probably okay here. They have a blocker as well. I think we can survive an event. It's not trivial still. These events are very difficult to survive. Especially because... oh, this is just your turn. I thought this was a win attacking, which would be one of the cards that stacked with the second attack. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I fully expect the event to come through on this one, and we got to make sure that we use our block before the Yamato or the Boa is a relevant one. Got to remember that she has unblockable. important to just use up your counters on the 6s. 6, another counter. Because this Yamato is standing, they need to get rid of both of them. Getting rid of this one lets us get back the other Yamato. So we're in a pretty good spot. Another 6. We're just going to give another 2K. We have them, so we might as well give up our 2Ks here. If they were to sing a 6 at this, I would use the 1K for sure. We don't usually see 5K or too much out of this, especially because all their guys are mostly 6Ks because of just the nature of the board state. I am going to take this one just to see. Yeah, having another 2K is a great spot to be in here. I don't remember how much the event costs. I think it costs like 6. So we do need to be ready to block pretty soon here. Alright, they end up packing it in. They do not have the event. Okay. So that explains why they packed it in. I was definitely worried about them going for it. Because I don't know. I think my counter, if they restand all their guys, and then I can do 6, 6, 6, block, take. Oh, it's really close. It's really close. If they had the event, they might have gotten me there. Impressive how many cards that gets out of hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 12 cards, assuming you can get out of this boa in a reasonable amount of cards. At a 9K, it means it requires at least 2, so that's 2 more. That's at least 14 cards to counter, pure counter to get out of that. Let's head into the next one. Alright, we find another Goofy. I'm going to go first this time just to see how the matchup plays out. I will keep this one. Going odd curve, this is a better thing. Nope, we find our Yamato. But right now we have almost no counters, which is not going to be a good sign. If they find the event, I think we're probably going to get cooked here. Unless we can manage dealing with some of their board. Here, we want to keep up this Robin. So we're just going to swing in 8. That actually might have been correct to just swing a 7 and hold up one of these events, because we probably won't be able to use both of them. Ivan into Desbones. Yeah, they already have 4 different names here. This is quite threatening. Here, I can't counter with those. I have to kind of take this. Kinemon at least gives me something to play. And I am actually going to give up this Momonosuke because I don't think I'm going to have the comfort of going long on that one. Alright, so we're going to... Ooh, this Ground Death is... Or these events are definitely going to have to be used here. So first off, 2 at 1. If they counter here, that's not a great sign. And then I think... we swing it this. We're gonna have to win it elsewhere. Here, we have to take... We don't need this Yamato, so let's grab the 2K just because we'll need more counter. And let's just see how it goes. This is the first time I've seen the Jinbei. It seems fine. Not spectacular, but it seems like a fine card. It is a rare. Interesting. It is a... Oh, it's a 2K. Okay, that makes sense why it's a... I haven't seen this one on the board. I guess most of the time they just counter with it. Alright, so they do not have 5 unique names. Important to pay attention to. So we kind of want to leave one of these Ivankovs on the board and swing at other stuff if we have the option. No complaints there. I am going to use one of these events because I have to use them at some point. And having access to the extra 2Ks is going to be useful. Another 5K. Probably just a Dazbones coming in, so I think I'm going to counter this as well. 6K we will take. Let's see what they do with their last 2 non. Another Dazbones over the Dazbones. Okay. Here I'm going to do... Alright, we want to clear this. Let's just do a 5 at the leader. I guess I should technically do that afterwards if we're trying to protect. We'll go at Jinbei, leave both Ivankovs so that they have to play over one of them. Now we will play out the Yamato. We're going to get rid of one of these. We're going to get back this one. Because we have this event and we have 10 in trash now, I think we'll get back a 2K. And we will not play anything out. 9 cards means we do have to counter before we can use this ground death. So we gotta keep that in mind. But we want to use this ground death up. And yeah, use a ground death, use one of these other 2Ks. Ideally, we want to hold on to this one just in case, because we do not have another Yamato. They're all in the yard right now. A 5K here. Let's use the Momonosuke. And now we have ground death. Yep. I figured the bow was coming down here. That does mean we're going to get attacked, well, a little bit less this turn. 6K here. Let's give it 2K. Another 6K. Let's give another 2. Let's give it a ground death. And they probably want to swing with one of these, yeah. And in that case, we'll give the thing. I gave the ground death earlier because I don't want to be in a situation where I don't have access to the ground death because they just don't swing. I want to use it, essentially. I am going to clear the non-Ivan bodies. And then we're going to do the Momo combo here. Momo, Shinobu. Use card action on Momo. Grab back Momo. Grab back Yamato. We're going to get rid of this Yamato. We're going to swing a 6 here. And then we're going to trash. I think we still, because they don't have any blockers, we're just going to get up this Yamato again. We're going to get back a 2K again. Momonosuke. We are not going to play anything out. And then we're going to swing an 8. Okay. We have them on 1 life. They still have to play over one of these Ivankovs, which is why I'm not attacking the Ivankovs. I kill the other non-Ivankov stuff, essentially forcing them to work for it. $5K is correct to keep countering here. Can't let the 5s through. 9, we have to let through, unfortunately. Oh, ground death is great. It means we don't have to use this, and we get an extra 1k out of it. Another boa. Okay, so they're setting up to just win this next turn. Okay, both of our guys aren't going to be able to attack. Okay. If they just split between their things, then this Momo is not going to make a difference. Let's just try to drain their hand and hold up extra Dawn, I guess. Let's do a 7, because it's generally still want to hit our kind of here. Can't be rested, can't attack. I think we play out one of these events and get back our Yamato. That allows us to get rid of the last brick in our hand. We're gonna just swing a 5 here. And then again, we're going to get back this Yamato again. Going to grab back another 2k here. And we're not gonna play. Ooh, are we gonna play out Nami over the Kinemon? Yeah, we will actually. And here we do find a 2k, so we are rewarded for it. And then we're gonna swing another 8. And then we're gonna pass the turn. So we're not worried about the event now because they have 2 boas, 2 Ivans. It's just mostly going to be how do we survive, especially if they decide to split between the boas. We have the ground death and cut those chains. Oh, they're resting our Dawn. Okay, that is the correct move here. Let's see if they split from here. I have 3 2Ks and a 1K. So 11. The other one is going to be bigger. So I should do the countering here. 2K, 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 1K. And then Monkey D. Luffy gains Rush. Ooh. A 7. Oh, and it taps down my blocker. Ooh. There we have to take, and we do not find counter. So, good game to our opponent. I did not think about this guy. This is from SD30. I haven't seen this in play very much. Most of the time they get at me with the event. So, well played to our opponent. They navigated around my plays and got there. Let's go ahead and do a deck wrap up. All right, so yeah, I enjoyed this list pretty well. The Sanji Robin interaction never came up, so hard to evaluate that over the value of having a blocker. Just having the option of being able to play out a blocker off of Yamato is something that I like the idea of. Extra ground deaths, they're a little hard to hold up, so I don't know if all 4 is correct. That would be one of the places I would play with the numbers. But otherwise, the deck feels pretty great. But yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing this one in person in the coming weeks. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.